the Patriots make their return to Horner Ballpark on the heels of a 14-run attack on Sunday against Illinois State. This evening, DBU welcomes Oklahoma for the second and final matchup between the teams on an overcast and cool evening for baseball. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the broadcast booth here at Horner Ballpark alongside Nate Freeling. I am Brendan Smith, and it's a big win that the Patriots had to have on Sunday after the first two games were pretty frustrating, but a 14-run attack and a massive seventh inning for this club.
Yeah, it's unusual for DBU baseball to think we got to get our offense going, but that's what's happened these last few games, so it's great to see Sunday the sticks come out, and you just hope it continues tonight.
Yeah, 7 runs there in that seventh inning as they were able to get the victory and move their overall record to 26-17. It will be DBU and Oklahoma, as we mentioned, for the second time this season. Patriots hoping to avenge an 8-7 loss in Norman almost 2 months ago. Well, first, let's take a look at the starting lineups. Let's look for Oklahoma, led by Skip Johnson in his 5th year. Skip Johnson has a record of 139 and 95. His lineup looks like this. Tanner Treadaway, the top of that order, along with Peyton Graham. Blake Robertson has had a tremendous year. He's top 3 in the Big 12 in average, on-base percentage, doubles, and walks. Cade Horton, the DH. Jimmy Crooks, Diego Muniz, Wallace Clark, Kendall Pettis, and John Spikerman are the 9 in the lineup for the Oklahoma Sooners with a record of 27-15. And on the mound for the Patriots, it is Peyton Sherlin who will make his first start of the year.
Peyton Sherlin, the left-hander, making his 5th career start, his first of 2022. He has appeared in 15 games with a 6.20 ERA, 22 strikeouts in 20-plus innings, only 8 walks. Opponents batting .270 against the veteran southpaw.
Now, Peyton Sherlin has that 5-pitch mix, a fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, and a cutter that he has learned this year from a Patriot great in Jared Bayless. Patriots enter with a record of 26-17, just 6-6 in the Valley. That's good for 4th place, 3 games out of 1st place Evansville. For Oklahoma, 27-15. They are 9-6 in the Big 12. That is 4th place there. They are 2.5 games out of 1st place as they are chasing Oklahoma State. Well, it is a cool evening here in Dallas. Temperature at 64 degrees. Flags blowing in slightly towards right field as DBU and Oklahoma get set. This is the 41st all-time meeting between these two schools. Oklahoma has the advantage, but as a Division I school, it's DBU that has the advantage. Sooners overall 26-14. DBU as a Division I program 14-12. It's OU that has won 4 of the last 6 against DBU. Patriots had dominated previously, winning 10 of the previous 11, including 8 straight from 2011 to 2015. Well, we're ready to go here in Dallas. It's Tanner Treadaway, Peyton Graham, and Blake Robertson to do the swinging. And the top 3 in the order, brought to you by Service First Janitorial, a proud partner of DBU Athletics. Oklahoma, this is Tanner Treadaway, who's working on a 17-game on-base streak to start things off. A team hitting at .301 as a club. And away we go. As Peyton Sherlin's first pitch is brought to you by Higginbotham Insurance. Whether it's for your home, car, health, business, or employees, Higginbotham has you covered. Righty in Treadaway. A 1-0 count. Peyton Sherlin again making his first start since 2019. His last appearance was against TCU in the midweek as a reliever, and he looked like Peyton Sherlin of old. 3 innings of scoreless baseball. Treadaway takes here a strike at 81 miles an hour. He goes off speed at 1-1. It's 3:30 down the lines here at Horner Ballpark. 375 to the alleys, 390 to straightaway center field. Back in the friendly confines after 4 games away. One at TCU, a come-from-behind victory for the Pats, and then only able to take 1 game against Illinois State last weekend as they got the finale on Sunday. Treadaway at 2-1. Here it comes from Sherlin. This ball off the end of the bat into shallow left center field, and that's going to get the job done, a base hit. So Treadaway is on. Leadoff man reaches for the Sooners, as Treadaway has now reached in 18 consecutive ball games.
Let's set the Patriot defense for you. In left field is Jace Grady, Nate Humphreys in center, Andrew Benefield in right field. Luke Hefner, Blaine Jones, Miguel Santos, and Cole Moore third to first. Ryan Robleski does the catching tonight for Peyton Sherlin.
84th all-time appearance for Peyton Sherlin. Just the 5th start of his career. Had 3 as a freshman in 2018. Almost out of necessity as Graham steps up. And the first pitch on the inside corner called a strike, and it's 0-1. He took over for Jordan Martinson in that rotation. Had 3 starts against Air Force, ORU, and Brown. And in his career as a starter, hasn't fared particularly well. He's 0-2 with an ERA at 6.92, but it's been quite some time. A couple of glances over, now he'll fire to first base. Umpiring crew today, it's Wes Hamilton who calls the balls and strikes. Andrew Fulton, you see him there in the background on your screen at first base. Mark Anthony Edwards, the second base umpire. And Matt McKendry is over at third base. That 4-man crew here on one of the last 2 midweeks at Horner Ballpark. Bunt shown, and a beautiful bunt towards third. Going to be a long run for Hefner, and all he can do is put it in his pocket. So a great start for this Oklahoma offense. 2 on, nobody out for one of the most dangerous hitters in the country.
Luke playing about 2 steps behind the bag, and pretty good bunt, a hard bunt from Peyton Graham, but Luke was deep enough, got surprised, and it was good enough to put runners at first and second, nobody out in the first inning.
Well, you don't want to see this guy with runners on. He's a .387 hitter. It's Blake Robertson, as he is a menace in the middle of this order for the Oklahoma Sooners. .387 hitter, a .529 on-base percentage. And he's ahead at 1-0. He spearheads an offense that averages over 7.5 runs per game. It's top 50 in the country, good for 4th in the Big 12. That on-base percentage, astronomical at .529. That is 5th best in the country. And a lot of that due to the fact that he has 46 walks, which is 3rd in the nation. So Sherlin in a bit of a predicament here in the first inning, and he's got himself in an even bigger hole as he is down at 2 balls and no strikes. Robertson's a redshirt sophomore. Originally at Oklahoma State, where he didn't play, and then transferred to Cowley College. Didn't play there either. At 6'5", 200 pounds, and as he has finally knocked the rust off, Sooners have been the beneficiaries. It had been Zach Heaton in this role, but Zach on Sunday was outstanding out of the bullpen. He went 3 2/3 through 50 pitches, and they just did not feel like they wanted to rush him back today for his normal spot. So it's Peyton Sherlin who gets a turn. 2-0. There's a strike at 89 miles an hour. That's about where the fastball is going to top out for Peyton. What makes him difficult is all of his pitches seem to tunnel really well together. He would love a ground ball here. He's induced 3 of them. Blake Robertson's hit into 2 of them on the year for a double play. Look back at the runner at second base. This is a Sooner team that gets off and they get running. They are 6th in the country in stolen bases. Their next stolen base will be number 100 on the year. And not just stealing a lot, but stealing at a high rate of success. 99 for 127. Sherlin gets another strike on the outside corner, and the count's at 2-2.
Yeah, they've only got one guy that's been caught 4 times, and he's got 15 steals on the year. Next lowest 15 of 18. So not only they want to do it, they're effective at doing it.
3 guys in this lineup with at least 15 steals. They're led by Peyton Graham, who's at first base. Big 2-2 pitch for Sherlin is on the way, and he gets the strikeout of Robertson. Goes with that, looked like the changeup from Peyton. Maybe not, had a little bit more downward bite than I thought.
Yeah, had a little slider action to it. Started about knee high. Robo able to get it off the top of the dirt. Big punch out there. Now you get a ground ball, get out.
And Peyton generally likes that slider to lefties, but from our vantage point, it did look like the change. But yeah, I think you're right. That is the slider. So exactly what the doctor ordered there. And now Cade Horton, the designated hitter, hitting in the cleanup spot. Hitting at 254 on the year. Swing and a miss.
Change up. I'm going to compare those Oklahoma stolen base numbers. You look at the Patriots side, only one guy in double digits, and that's Jace Grady with 21. He's the only one with 2 digits in front.
And 21 out of 23. Maybe Luke Kiefner will get one today and join him. He's got 9 in 11 attempts. 0-1 here to Cade Horton, a Norman, Oklahoma native, stayed local for his college ball. Hits a ground ball out the middle. Santos, Jones, Moore, double play. As Peyton Sherlin lets the first 2 reach, but then gets out of it as Oklahoma strands a man at third base. Half an inning in the books. Sooners nothing, Patriots their first opportunity next.